Hi, we're Phil and Marianne. We commissioned a narrowboat build in December 2022. We now have the keys and we have set sail. We are now cruising the English Canal network, exploring. Come along with us and enjoy the travels together.
As we're going off for a few weeks, we are going to run the water tank down a touch. What we'll also do is, once the water is down a sensible level, we'll flick off the electrics. We've emptied the fridge. We're going to leave the freezer going because there's too much in there. But empty the fridge, not going to hurt to do that. And basically everything ready to go. Alright, water tank's down to a sensible level. Battery's on 100%. Yeah, fridge is turned off. We just turn off all the non-essentials. Oven's not going to freeze now. All we've got to do is pick up our last bag. We've got to take our camera equipment with us, otherwise you'll never see what we get up to. Right, off we go. Whatever you do, don't forget your camera. Right, we're off. We're off for a few weeks. We're going back to Devon. We've got a few things to sort out. We've got some family people to see, birthdays. We've got a house to sell. We've got to get, we're going to go see my plastic surgeon. Don't worry, we're not going to mess with perfection. I've got to get a little bit of help with my little friend. I'll show you a picture of my little friend. There we go. So apparently Marianne thinks I can't get my hand in my pocket at the pub anymore, so we're going to have to go and have that straightened out. So, but while we're gone, because we're not cruising, what we're going to do is we're going to go and find some canals that you wouldn't normally expect to see on a vlog. So stick with us, see what you think. Good morning. As we're back home for couple of weeks for various reasons, we thought we'd take you to a couple of canals that you don't normally see. So this is our first offering. We'll give you a bit of a clue. Some of you may know it, but this is a canal it's fairly well known. But so this is the start of the canal. It's not complete because part of it was taken away, but when we get there we can show you everything. See if you can guess where it is. Excuse me, I'm sucking a sweet. It's lovely summer, spring day. It's what, end of April?
Yeah.
So we are slightly out of sync. But this is the now terminus of our first canal. Pause it there if you want to read all that. Okay, so just looking at that picture, we are stood right there, and this section is here around. So we've got the now end of this particular canal. So we're stood right on top of the lock, so they've obviously just filled the lock in. Let's have a quick wander around. Right, there you are. So we got, there's the bottom lock gates, or the stonework for the bottom lock gates, right there. That's the old basin. I'm not going to climb down there because it looks like it's full of nettles. In fact, I'll tell a lie, there's a longer route down. I will climb down through there. So here we are. I'm stood in the bottom of one of the loading unloading basins on this particular canal. You don't get many people come down here and just wander up to very lush grass. Wander up to the old locks. There you are, that's the old basin. We'll wander down and see. I don't know how far we can get with this. Right, not that far. It looks like they built a bank at the end. Right, so this is the starting point, the terminus of this particular canal. It was used to ship limestone from the quarries. Considering it's been disused for many years, it wouldn't take a lot to bring it back into operation. Just as a purely, I mean, it's not connected to anything else, but purely as a tourist route. Such a shame. Absolutely no one in sight. Absolutely beautiful. Birds singing. I mean, thousands and thousands of bugs. But it looks like the towpath's well used by cyclists. Great condition. And somebody has an absolutely perfect spot up there. Looks like we've got a little family over there. So they're not newly hatched, but they're quite young. Mother's very wisely keeping them well away from us. You got no bread, mate? Oh, hello, are they going to come across? We don't know how deep it is, but
Thanks. You can see the bottom down at the end, obviously.
right, this is where they blocked it off. Not sure if there's a tow. I don't think there's a towpath across the other side. Looks as if there was almost a railway line up the top there. Looks very, very straight, very flat. It wouldn't surprise me. This is where they blocked it off. They've obviously got to the last lock on the system. Just filled it in. Taking the aqueduct away so they don't have to maintain it. So what we'll do is we'll send the drone up, see if we can see the path of the canal.
Where they get shoe pastry from.
Oh. Yes, it looks like the wash is still in operation. We can hear it going down beside the house. How many generations of boots been hung up on that tree? Yeah. That's nice. Someone put picnic benches out. I should imagine in the height of summer you'd get bitten to death here. Yeah, come down with your canoe. I mean, we've not seen a single cyclist, a single canoeist, walker, anyone. Such a shame, such a lovely spot. And as I say, you've got the basin at the end. Again, let's have another look at the board. We know that is the lock which is over there. That's the basin coming into it, or a wider part of the canal. We've got this part of the canal which is there, and we'll wander down. We've just come down through that bridge. We'll see if there's any signs of the aqueduct. I don't think you'll be able to get to it, but I don't think there's anything left at all of that aqueduct. Right, another little stop along the way. This is Burliscombe. This is very close to the site of the new quarries. The new quarries are somewhere over there. We just passed through them. And again, another lovely little spot. A real hidden gem. Guessing this must have been another load-in, unloading. And it goes down. There's a... We're not sure what that is. We think it must be the railway. We'll wander in and have a look. It's got a wooden bottom to it, so it's not an aqueduct. I don't know, is that steps over there?
Yeah.
Well, if it is, we'll go back across the bridge and down the other side. Maybe at one stage it was a railway bridge. Ah. Well done, Marianne. To be fair, this is why we gave up work, so we got more time to just go walkabout. No, deal with that. A shed for something. Ah. Okay. So it's a footpath to somewhere. It's temporarily out of action.
When the canal reaches the village of Burliscombe, the canal passes between a handful of properties dotting the canal bank. Black Bridge, which is what you can see here, is an old mineral lime bridge across which limestone was transported to the railway line further up the village. At the village there is parking spaces for several cars beside the old wharf and small picnic areas.
You just don't expect to find things like this on your doorstep. Well, our old doorstep. This is technically, I think, Somerset. There we go. This place looks fascinating. You've got big old castle looking structure over there. You've got some very obviously old farm buildings. Abbey Meadows, okay, yeah, I can see that. Wow, there's some old stuff. Well, that is nice. Still not too late, new roof. Lovely. We're not going to trespass and impose on people. Lovely barns, courtyards, Abbey Meadows. Can't really get a better angle on that, and I'm certainly not going to walk up their drive. Looks like we're not the only ones that are curious. Thank you. So we have what looks like a castle. Marianne says it must have been an abbey because it's called Abbey Cottages or Abbey Meadows. Well, I suppose there's a meadow, there's an abbey. What a massive building to be built out in the middle of what is now nowhere. Mind you, what's that on the hill? Is that a church? Church with no spire. So, it's just you, me and the horse. What a massive structure. If Marianne hadn't said it was an abbey, I would have sworn blind it was a castle.
Canonsley Abbey was an Augustinian priory in the parish of Burliscombe in Devon. It was founded in around about 1170 by Walter de Claville, the lord of the manor of Burliscombe, for the Augustinian canons regular as a priory of the Blessed Virgin Mary and St. John the Evangelist. Looking into it, he was a descendant of Walter I de Claville, one of the 52 Devon Domesday Book tenants-in-chief of King William the Conqueror, who had 32 landholdings in Devon. The original Anglo-Saxon name of the site, donated by Walter II, perhaps a sub-manor of Burliscombe, was Lee, Domesday Book Liege, which after the foundation of the abbey became known as Canonsley. and was last Latinised by medieval scribes to Lee Canicorum, now Canningsley. By 1284 the number of Cannings had declined to 7. It was then turned into a nunnery by the former wife of Richard de Clare, 6th Earl of Gloucester. The abbey was suppressed in 1539 during the dissolutions of the monastery. In 1546, Sir Richard Grenville of Stowe, Cornwall, and Roger Blewett of Holcombe Rogus paid nearly £1,170 for the manors of Canningsley in Belscombe, which you can see the remains of today.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. We're absolutely surrounded by pollen. Here we are at Grand Union Canals. It's Tiverton. It's probably one that most of you have heard of already. I believe it was where they used to bring the lime. Lovely area, lots of parking. Mind you, there is a set of steps there. Here we are, we've arrived at the terminal, at the basin of the Grand Western Canal. I'm sure you all guessed that anyway. And how pretty is it? How gorgeous. See these guys playing with their boats, you don't see that very often now. So we're going to wander down. They do the horse-drawn tourist trips, I suppose. We'll wander down and see if we can have a word with them, see if we can see the horses. That's the guys on there. I'm assuming that they do food and drink on board. They seem to be prepping the boat. We might just pick a picnic table. That's where you put the unruly children, or the parents, so they don't escape. Little souvenirs and postcards.
Always tend to assume everybody's stepping in here for a barge ticket, and I'm like, oh, I've got to help.
Western Canal horse boat. Looks like they're still prepping it, cleaning it. So hopefully in a minute they're going to be. Oh yeah, I can just see they're polishing the horses over there. So hopefully in a minute they're going to bring the horse around. I assume they're going to wind it here somewhere and pull up on there, and then we'll have a word with them. But first, a cup of coffee and a sandwich. And here we got the cafe boat, the Duck's Ditty, unfortunately closed. Well, it doesn't get much better than this. It's April.
Yeah.
It's still April. We're a bit behind, we know that, but it's still April, at the very end of April, and it's a glorious day. It's like summer. So we come down to Tiverton Canal. Luckily we bought some sandwiches, tuna and cucumber,
And some crisps.
shame it's not a cold beer, but there. And we're just waiting for the guys to finish the barge up, ready to bring the horses over. We're fascinated to see if they bring the horses over on there's a small boat, or whether they walk it around. I'd love it if they bring it across on the barge.
I think they probably walk it round. But it's lovely. Absolutely lovely here.
But I'm amazed there's not more people.
Yeah.
I mean, we know it's a Wednesday, but so it doesn't get much better than this. Hopefully we'll put this out as an interim, not as a special,
No.
but we'll put it out midweek. Otherwise it's going to be completely out of date.
If you're coming to the West Country.
If you come to the West Country, definitely pop into Tiverton. Or see the Tiverton Canal anyway. We got a couple more that we're going to show you. But so far we've been really impressed with the state of the Tiverton Canal. We've been up to the start of it, and I know there's no boats on it, but it's
Beautiful.
It is, yeah. I mean, the towpath's very well kept. There seems to be a few cyclists up there. We stopped 2 or 3 places along the length of it, and absolutely gorgeous.
Plenty of car parking places on the way.
Car parking everywhere, and most of it's free. You've got to pay at Tiverton, but everywhere else you just pull up, you park, you go for a little wander, you have your picnic or whatever. So I take it they've got a propeller in them, they're not just purely...
No, it's just sail.
Just sail, so you just change the rudder.
With about no wind.
And this guy's cheating, he's got his motor torpedo boat.
Yep, when it's going probably.
So, what's the horse called?
He's called Brinley and my daughter is called Rebecca.
Brinley after the engineer.
Absolutely.
Here comes Brinley. Yeah, no, you do see Brinley comes up quite a lot with various places. A lot of people call their dogs Brinley as well.
Yes.
But we're here with Phil. He runs one of the very few horse-drawn boats, and we're at the Tiverton Canal Basin.
Yeah, well, welcome to one of the last horse-drawn barges in Great Britain.
And lovely boat it is too.
Tivertonian, and she's an 82-seater horse-drawn barge run here at the wharf at Tiverton. And I have to say we're very proud to be running what is one of the last horse-drawn barges in Great Britain.
And I understand it's a family-run business.
It is, yeah. My wife is in the ticket office there, that's Jackie, and then it's my daughter who's our horseman, so she works with me during the day, and we do 2 trips generally a day. There is the odd chance of an odd evening trip as well. And we take people up the canal, and the canal is so beautiful. It's a wedding in paradise, really, because the horse-drawn is very rare itself, but also this canal isn't actually run as a canal, it's actually run as a country park and a local nature reserve. So as far as the canal is concerned, it is so picturesque, so beautiful and full of wildlife, and there's just a lack of boats. So we're really sort of by ourselves going up really a lot of the time. And it gives the customers and the people that ride on the barge a chance to put their arm on the window there. As you can see, some people are sitting next to windows, and literally listen to peace, tranquility, listen to the water against the side of the boat, listen to the bird song in the trees as we're going, and of course that inevitable sound of the horse's hooves clip-clopping along the towpath. And I think what's making this so popular at the moment is people are so fed up in the fast lane and all the stress and everything else at the moment that they're coming here, and it's going back 200 years to a time where everything was at 2.5 miles an hour, and with the sounds of nature combined, people are really appreciating it. And we get many people coming back time and time again.
I can understand why. We've been up the canal and it's absolutely beautiful, absolutely unspoilt.
Thank you.
And even though it was on our doorstep, it's not the sort of, we should really encourage people to come back more often.
Well, certainly, and everybody that does ride with us, what they're doing by coming along and taking a ride with us, not only will they enjoy it and relaxing, but also they're also supporting us in keeping this one of the last ones alive.
Absolutely.
For future generations, and that's really why we're here and why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Absolutely, and it's wonderful, and particularly on a day like today. I mean, you can't get any better.
Oh, bless you. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you very much, and thank you for taking time and doing your filming as well. I really appreciate that.
Well, this is Brindley. He's going to be doing all the work today. And a Shire horse.
Yeah. Definitely a Shire horse.
You're very calm, Brindley.
enjoyed this video of us exploring the Grand Western Canals. We enjoyed making it and certainly had some fun and found some beautiful places along the way. If you're ever in Devon, we recommend it and it's a good day out. Join us next time when we explore another one of the canals in the region. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Please don't forget, like and subscribe and comment.